Welcome to Financial Literacy Class 101. Our topic of discussion today is necessary circumstances to apply a caution on a piece of land. A caution, this is a restriction that is placed on a parcel of land in the Ministry of Lands, where that parcel you cannot be able to transfer, and the ownership cannot be changed until a certain circumstances have been solved. So one of the situations necessary for application of a caution is when there is disputed ownership. So in this disputed ownership, let's say we have we have a case of a succession, then one of the siblings has not been stated as a beneficiary in the succession of the deceased father. So it's upon the one who has not been included first to apply caution of the parcel of land. Once they apply a caution, so that the property cannot be subdivided until they are able to amicably come to an agreement and place him as an equal beneficiary to the same parcel of land. So another thing is undisclosed encumbrances. Encumbrances. So what does that mean? So you meet, sometimes a person normally passes, then other people come to claim his property. You meet somebody, a dad has got deceased, then a company comes and tell you maybe you have a mortgage, and this mortgage the man was paying at this amount, or maybe any other bill. So it's upon you first to put the caution of the parcel. You have a mortgage and this was the collateral, or you have a certain loan and this was the collateral. So the first thing you're supposed to do is put a caution on the parcel of land as you follow up to know maybe how the extent of the mortgage was, what were the repayments, what the deceased, in their will, what are they drafted, and what was the intentions, or how are we to undergo on paying the taxes on the mortgage. That is it. So another necessary circumstance to apply a caution is when we have zoning, land zoning and land use issues. So you meet, sometimes the government wants to build a highway. So once they want to build a highway, maybe all the plots or the property on the immediate or adjacent to the highway, they will have to compensate those owners and they buy from them. To avoid maybe when such an initiative is suggested in the Ministry of Lands, a cartel can come buy all the parcels that are near the highway where we want to extend the highway. Once they buy it, so when the government is coming to negotiate to be able to compensate the owners, they will have hiked the price and it will be a stabbing block. Another thing why a caution is necessary to be applied to all those parcels where the government will be building a highway is to avoid any sales or to avoid any construction project that might deter the construction of the public use where they want to extend the highway. So another thing is environmental concern. So you can meet, there are places where they have contamination and other are floodplains. So in such a floodplain, when the government has noted maybe there is a certain contamination or an area, so the first thing they should do is to apply caution to avoid unnecessary sales or development in the same parcel of land. So in case there is contamination or flood, that is floodplain, that is where there will be environmental concern. Unclear boundaries or title deed. So in case there is a challenge of the unclear boundaries, or maybe let's say there is some illegality with the title deed. Two people are disputing to be having the same title deed. So it's upon the Kenyan court to put a caution on that parcel of land, so that once they make the decision, that is when they will know the legal owner. Because you can meet in between the process, maybe one person will be able to successfully maybe transfer it to another maybe they have already they have already picked cash of that parcel. They are the vendor, and they are selling to the purchaser. To avoid such a circumstance where maybe by the time the case is ending up, and you'll meet already these people had already sold their properties. That is why it's important to place a caution. Besides the boundaries of precise boundary conflicts. So putting legal action. Pending legal action, family inheritance dispute, Kenya High Court. So in case you guys have a case of succession, and in between succession, some are objecting, other are protestants to the court, and others are against what you had agreed as an equal share. So the Kenyan court will be left with no option but put a caution on that parcel of land at your budget, so that once it places that, so that no one will be able to mess up with the current ownership of that parcel of land. So another thing is loss of title deed. Once you lose your title deed, it's important. You lost your title deed maybe in the public, and you've reported the police. You need to apply caution, because somebody might find that document and they are able to forge, maybe through fake identity, or maybe these guys with cybercrime, they're able to forge things and they'll get your parcel of land. So another thing is incomplete fraudulent transactions. In case there is some fraudulent transactions, or or incomplete, where the seller does not meet the sales agreement, before we make an investigation, so that to know maybe what happened, what were the queries, is important to apply caution. I'm Jogu, a land surveyor and a financial consultant. If you watch this far, ensure you leave a like and you leave a thumbs up emoji. I'll be happy to see the thumbs up emoji, because I know you are growing. You're in the financial literacy journey, where I have to give you financial advice for free, so that we may boost the literacy levels of the community, hoping one day will be financial freedom upon being financially successful. My name is Jogu, a land surveyor and a financial consultant. I'll be happy once you engage with me in the comment section, and kindly leave a like for YouTube algorithm to keep suggesting my content to more people. Thank you.